Right, it's finished here in the opening game. Dorking Wanderers have drawn 2-2 here at Chippenham. Marc, we can't have many more games like that this season, can we? My heart was beating very fast towards the end.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? I mean, it probably was the same everywhere today, I don't know, but it was blowing a gale, blowing a real gale, and pitches. I mean, they've actually done an all right job with the pitch, but so hard and so bouncy and difficult to ball carry. Look, Gary's, I mean, by the way, Gary's hospitality and the Chippenham guys, fantastic, really appreciate it. Look, we knew that all they probably would do is look for turnovers and go direct, and that's what they've done. We've afforded them too many turnovers, trying to ball carry on a difficult pitch. And this is not a place you want to go 2-0 behind. But I'll say one thing, you know, that's a point and a half today, really, because in that scenario, I mean, look, the keeper or the centre half, the MOM, right? That is the bottom line. I think he's made 4 tremendous saves during that game.
Yeah, the defenders blocked a couple of shots.
Yeah,
as well,
I mean, look, the thing is, right? I'm not looking for clout. And, you know, we're a better team. Look, we've dominated the match, really. But I thought Chippenham was smart. I thought they were smart in their approach. I think they knew basically exactly how they wanted to play, and I thought they executed the plan really well. But in reality, we were wasteful first half, but also a bit more composure. If we showed the composure Jason showed for the second goal in the first half, we had a lot of good chances. So although they had a sort of mid to low block and it was troublesome, we still created good chances first half. I think to go 2 behind with the wind blowing a gale on a very difficult day to get the ball down on a hard summer's pitch, I thought we've done really well to come back. And I think away from home, first game of the season, we'll take that point. We're a little bit short today. We didn't have any changes for the flanks. Josh Hebert picked up a knock in midweek. Jimmy, this was his only suspension. It was crying out for Jimmy to come off the bench today. But the lad's done great. A lot of rustiness in there. Some decision making that weren't great. But in reality, if Will Henry doesn't do what he does all the time, which is have a brilliant game, we probably win. Even if we conceded 2, I thought we could have, if I'm honest, I've got to be honest, we could have scored. If it weren't for Will Henry, we would have scored 5 or 6 goals. But that doesn't guarantee us anything next week. And I do think Chippenham, their game plan was great, and they tried to execute it well.
The goals, I mean, I was down this end, easy to see up there, but they look like 2 mistakes. Is that how you saw them?
Yeah, do you know what it was? Ball swirling in the air. Jordan makes a mistake. Ball swirling in the air. Tony Folksy. It was just when the ball turned over, we knew they'd chuck it on us. So we need to look back at how it turned over. Were we not pressing correctly? Because their aim was, when we have the ball, we're going to make you run back towards your goal, and I credit them for that. But yeah, the 2 goals were basically soft goals in terms of how they ended up there. Obviously, the first goal he scored when it eventually got to our box was unbelievable. Harry Parsons, brilliant goal. But look, we showed what we're about. We were the better side. Our prowess was there. I'll give a massive credit to the fans who never stopped singing the whole game. And there should be a lot of success this year at some point. We're going to win matches. We're still bonding. I mean, Frankie Vincent, and Denon, that was their debuts today, and I thought both of them stayed too wide. I thought there are things that I'm used to watching. If it's Briggsy, Mewett, Nicky Wheeler of old, Niall, they play sort of narrow, out of possession, and they were both sort of too wide, and both of them didn't quite know where the distribution had to be. Frankie was checking inside where he should cross it. Denon was sort of getting his head up, and he had a sort of poor first half then, but second half I thought he was great. So their debut, I thought, you could tell it was their debut. They'll come on for that. But yeah, I think, in the end, we obviously deserved a point out of it based on the the possession and the sort of dominance. But Chippenham will be disappointed they didn't nick 3, given they had a 2-0 lead. But I've got to repeat this: 2-0 down here, 10 minutes in, like a gale. I mean, I was on the gantry. I felt like I was on a P&O ferry. Literally, I felt like I was on a P&O ferry going to Isle of Wight. Like the strong wind, 2-0 down, summer pitch, ball bouncing all over the shop. It wasn't going to suit us. We found a way of getting a point.
That was actually indicative of the way the game played, because the slope and the wind kind of made attacking this end really difficult, didn't it? Because it just blew and took it out of play and bounced and bobbled out of play, and everybody scored up the hill. Do you think that kind of lent into how because we were quite direct second half, weren't we, as well? Perhaps a bit of what Chippenham were doing in the first half and just trying to get it, and it was swirling in the air. It was difficult for people to get underneath it, wasn't it?
It was, and that was exactly. I think last 15 we sort of thought, right, we'll play the Jason card, and even then, Den and the boys didn't quite know how to get underneath him. It was, so I think we'll come on a lot. I really do, but I think sometimes it's worth a point and a half to come 2-0 down. Really hard pitch to play on today. Strong gale force winds. I thought we showed great character. But best of all, the fans. Literally, I mean, we've had 250 travelled here today, probably.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I've got to be honest, I'm excited what we can put in Meadowbank next 2 games, because if that's what they're going to show coming all the way to Chippenham first game, we've got a great side. We've got more work to do, but I think it's a good point in the end, James.
First outing for the new kit, and lots of fans wearing it. It looked nice, and as you mentioned, obviously leading into next week, so full week of training, and then those 2 games at home back to back on the Saturday and Tuesday. And obviously your message is pack out Meadowbank. There's obviously still school holidays. People can go in on that Tuesday night and not have to worry about what time the game ends.
We'll have to have a good week. We've got Charlie's knee is not great. I'm not sure he's going to make next weekend. Jordan's done his quad. Jimmy comes back. I don't think we'll get anybody else back. So 2 games, a little bit far from ideal, but we can't start talking about that. We'll just have to play the youngsters if we need to and just get on with it. But yeah, we've got a few little. I mean, everybody has, right? I mean, they've taken one today, their lad. I think it might be his MCL. Hard ground, you get stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's difficult. It's unforgiving. We train on hard ground like this, and it's unforgiving.
Okay, thanks, Mark. Have a good week, and we'll see you next weekend.
Massive thanks to the fans. Thank you. Honestly, I was buzzing today because they're literally singing straight away the whole game, and it's a bit like, I've missed that. It was amazing, and they really, really drove the boys on. I thought we showed our prowess today. I have to say, we're a team that's going to dominate the ball, honestly, in almost every game probably. But teams are going to have different tactics to try and stifle that. And 2-0 down against a team that was already going to play in a low block was going to be hard. And I thought we've done really well come back from it.
Yeah, excellent. Thanks, Mark. See you next weekend.
Cheers, mate.